All right, this is The Pick,
Welcome to the show, you guys.
and we're going to be talking about NFL games week one. Packers versus the Bears will be the first game we talk about. Packers are not favored because the Bears are favored by three.
By three, yeah.
I actually got the Bears winning this one. I think the Bears are just going to come out in force. I think Max is going to do what he did last time they played.
Yeah.
Just absolutely disrupt and sack Rodgers a whole bunch of times. I'm a little nervous about the coaching staff change for the Packers. I don't know what he brings to the table yet because he's never coached before, so it's kind of unknown for me. Had some reports to him and Rodgers had a little battling of heads, so that kind of makes me a little bit nervous as well.
Yeah.
I do think this Packer team's going to be good, though. They're going to have a really good defense. And I think they're going to get everything figured out on offense. So I still have a lot of confidence in the Packers, but I think they have to get some things figured out before they beat a really good team like the Bears.
Yeah.
So the keys for the Bears, they need to get Montgomery involved, get him going. I have a lot of confidence. I'm really bullish on him. I think he's a Rookie of the Year candidate. Of course, they need to give Mitch as much open passes, quick passes as possible. I do think he's going to be a good quarterback. I think he's going to improve this season.
Yeah.
And I want to see if that defense can be elite like they were last year. They did lose their coach to Fangio to the Broncos, so that's a big loss. But they kept most of their defense from last year. Let Amos go to the Packers coincidentally.
Yep.
But they got Clint Dix from Washington. So
swap players, kind of.
yeah, kind of did swap players in a sense. So that's going to be interesting. I want to see how he plays in this defense. And I want to see how Amos does. He's a really good safety. I have a lot of confidence in this Packers defense.
Yep.
I think they're going to be one of the strengths of the whole team. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think the keys for the Packers, of course, Rodgers got to stay healthy.
Stay upright as
And
well.
stay upright as well. Get the receivers involved. And I need to see if Adams can have another big season like he did last year and the year before. I want to see if Jones can capitalize on his second season. Is it his second or third season?
I believe it might be his third, actually.
Okay. So his third season, I want to see if he can even play even better than he's had in his previous seasons as a running back. I do think he's a really good one. I think he's going to be their starter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really all I got to say. I do got the Bears, but a really close one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been going back and forth. Of course, I'm a Packers fan, so I've been kind of, I always try to be unbiased as possible. But, yeah, man, I just feel really confident about our team in this game. And it's at Chicago, so it's going to be really tough. It's really tough for me to pick, but I think I'm going to go with the Packers in a very, very close game. Very low-scoring game as well, because I think in this game, defense is going to stand out on both sides of the ball. Yeah, like Adam says, the Packers have improved a whole lot on defense, getting Amos, getting two linebackers, last name Smith, Zadarius Smith, and I forget the other guy. He came from he came from Washington. So two really solid linebackers that we picked up. Of course, we lost some guys on the defensive line, Jones, which kind of stinks. I love Jones, but it is what it is. But we got players on that defense much improved defense. So I think this is going to be a battle of defenses. Very few touchdowns scored in this game. For one, because it's week one and kind of people have those, I wouldn't say week one jitters, but they kind of have those week one slip-ups, I would say, where it's kind of sloppy on the field. I think it's going to be kind of like that. I think there's going to be, like I said, a very few touchdowns. I think Chicago's defense is going to, unfortunately, get to Rodgers quite a few times, especially with that new rookie, Roquan Smith. I think he's going to be an absolute problem.
Well, he's not a rookie, but second year.
I thought he was a rookie.
No,
second year. Okay. But I think he's going to be a problem, man. He's just going to add to that pass rush defense. So I'm a little nervous about Aaron Rodgers getting hit a whole lot, and hopefully he doesn't, but I'm kind of worried about that. Offensive-wise for Chicago, I think they need to run the rock. I think this is a game that you kind of avoid the air raid attack because we do got really good secondary back there waiting to, intercept him. So I think this is a game that you kind of just run the rock and play action if I was the Bears. and let that play out. Defensive wise for the Packers, like I said, I think they're going to play really well. I think they're going to get some turnovers if Mitch gets under pressure. I think he's going to throw a couple picks. Like I said, I think Amos is really looking to shine because this is his former team, and usually that's what really talented players do when they face their former teams is go off. So I'm really looking forward to him stepping up again, maybe a pick or so. Offensive wise for the Packers, really, man, I think I want our formula to be kind of like Chicago's as well. It's kind of run the rock, see what Jones can do this year, see what other backs can do this year, and kind of feel things out as far as the offense goes in this first game. Try not to put it on Aaron Rodgers' hands, because that's one thing that's bothered me over the years about McCarthy's coaching. I love McCarthy, but at times, a lot of times in games, he runs a few times and then he just throws the rest of the game. So they really need to establish a running game and get play action going, because I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks on throwing on play action. So really they need to get that going. If they get that going, then I think we definitely have our shot. But I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a really close, low-scoring game. I would say it's going to be about 21-16, I would say. Like I said, I got us winning. If I had to pick a player of the game, both sides of the ball, for the Bears, I'm going to go defensive, but I'm going to say Mac. I think he's going to be first game of the season. I think he's going to be revved up and ready to go. So I think he's going to get quite a few sacks. And if I had to say on the Packers side, I'm going to go offensive, and I'm going to say Adams, our wide receiver. I think he's going to go off in this game. I think because he's been showing training videos to a lot of these other receivers. Chad Johnson was one of them. He posted a video of him actually crying because he loved how crisp and how good Adams was running his routes, and he says he might actually be the best receiver this year. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think he's going to ball out week 1. So yeah, man, I got his Packers winning by a very close game.
All right, that's all I got to say.
That'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe, and of course, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, opinions. See you on the next one.